Well, good morning. Midnight again. You'll notice behind me that there's a big mirror back there now. See, whoops. See, and it actually reflects things. I've made some changes because I'm setting up my new computer. Was in the storeroom and moved some things around and brought some things out that I need. Spent some time searching for them. Anyway, that's just a prelude. The title for the video today is Avoidance Spirituality is a Crime Against Humanity. This is a difficult subject because it reveals a basic tenet that most people, including those who call themselves spiritual, do not want to hear. Silence is consent. It is insane, yet it is how the world system has been working for a long time. Longer than any of us have been alive, the cabal established rules they play by, rules they use to operate the world unlawfully. It victimizes everyone not in their inner circle, and I do mean everyone. You've heard it said by many well-meaning people, don't play victim. The truth is, we don't have that right in this world. We are victims of an insidious conspiracy. I personally have told many of my friends the truth about this, and most of them turned deaf ear. This comes at a high cost, especially for those of us who risk telling the truth. Many of us have lost our homes, despite the reality that all commercial mortgages are fraud. And I never even had a mortgage. Many have been falsely imprisoned, and a good number have lost their lives for standing up to the system. I see this, and I affirm that any so-called spirituality that does not address the issues is neither spiritual nor wise. Oh, how did I get off center? It's acquiescence to evil. What we have failed to resist has persisted for a long time at a very high cost. Indeed, as I was writing that blurb yesterday, I got a call from one of my longtime friends, and she had an exchange following up the exchange that appeared on Facebook. She had an exchange with Aristo in Greece, my friend Aristo, and I don't know all that was there. She did not send me. It was done by messaging, texting each other back and forth, and she didn't send me that. Neither did Aristo. But there was a long conversation that ensued yesterday afternoon, following my video then. And she told me that she loved me and that I still am loved in the community, but that most people just simply don't agree with me. They don't agree with me. She understands the nature of the world. She just believes that the role is to not get involved. Silence somehow is going to make it go away. She agrees with me that there's something wrong. She doesn't disagree. But the way to do it, you don't fight evil with evil. And resistance to her is evil. Well, again, the cabal plays by the rule, if you don't stand up to us, if you don't tell us we're wrong, then we're going to assume that you agree, because you're not saying anything else. You must be agreeing, because you're not contesting what we're telling you. And this has been the problem that has caused all the wars, all of the injustices, because humanity, has allowed this evil system to continue and even to grow. Because we didn't resist it, they kept going the next step, the next step, the next step, driving the nails further and further and further into our coffins, as it were, taking away more and more of our rights, because to them, we're dead. Dead people don't resist. Dead people don't fight back. Dead people don't exercise any kind of power, any kind of discernment, any kind of rights. Dead people don't have any rights. And we're dead. That's what the all caps name is. But it doesn't even have to be all caps, because in their mindset, in their demented mindset, we're nothing. We're meaningless. They can't do that to God's creation when God's creation knows. That's why I say people who call themselves spiritual don't want to hear it. Spiritual people who are waking up, to me, have a responsibility to stand up and say, you're hurting us. You're hurting our brothers and sisters. Even the ones that are ignorant, even the ones that aren't aware. You're hurting them. Stop it. Stop it. But we don't stand up. We allow a few individuals here and there, scattered all over the planet, to stand up. Now, frankly, I do believe that that's growing, that more and more people are waking up. But so many people that are at various stages of being awake aren't getting involved. And getting involved can be speaking out. Getting involved can be supporting those that do speak out, like me. When I lost my home, thank God, there were 6 people, my daughter, and 5 other friends. One came all the way from Orlando to help me move what I could get out of the house. And as I've said before, they kept decreasing the amount of time that I had to get things out of the house. And there were things that I lost that I'll never see again. Things that were important to me. But if I had had some preparation, if my attorney had showed up in court to be with me the day that I had the hearing, instead of calling me the day before and said I was on my own, somebody that I was paying money, and then charging me more money after the appeals court had already thrown it out because we didn't provide the response that we were required to. And I kept saying, well, don't we have to respond? No, we filed the appeal. Yeah, we filed the appeal, and we had so much time to respond. But all of these things lead to the crimes that were committed against me. And I know I'm not alone. I get emails from people all the time telling me some of the things that they've gone through. And I know, the system is horrendously evil, folks. And if you know that it's evil, it's your responsibility to support the awakening, to support that which tells the truth and gets people to stand in their power and to do the things that are needed to be done to change the way things are in this world, so that we can liberate our brothers and sisters, and ultimately so that we can all be free of this horrendous gap, this horrendous conspiracy against life. It's not even against just humanity. It's against life. It's a murderous people who are hell-bent on destroying the world, and according to some people, they've destroyed it several times already. Okay? Are we wanting them to? Are we wanting the world to be destroyed again so that we can start over? They think they're going to survive. And if God allows them to survive, God help us. I'd like God to be powerful, to be all-powerful, omnipotent, and to actually take action through angels and other beings. But I don't know that that's going to happen. But we need to stand with each other. That's the point that I'm trying to make, not avoid the situation. Anyway, I thank you for listening and considering what I'm saying, and I'm encouraging you to get involved